Alright, hello everybody. I am here. This time I'm going to hike up and we will talk on the way up rather than on the way down. So, you'll have me huffing and puffing, but hopefully less sweat. So we just have to make it quick because we're hiking up the mountain of destiny. So, in this one, I think we're going to talk about Republicans, how we need them, even if we don't like them. Now, that's the thing. There's a lot of good Republicans, just nice ones, who are just, they got that split brain syndrome, where you're like, all right, you do your thing, just don't try to tell anybody else how to live, and we're all good, right? Okay, yeah, that's basically the topic, because, as I've been looking at the world that we live in now, and the possibility of kind of a liberal wave or takeover, I'm just kind of thinking, like, it's not, I don't know, if you imagine a world of just only liberals, I don't know, it's a kind of a lame world. And so that made me ask, what do you mean? Because you can have, Republicans, conservatives, liberals, Democrats, whatever, from any walk of life, right? You can have a well-educated Republican, although that's when the split brain syndrome really comes in. You're like, you should know better. And so asking myself, like, what I meant by that, or how come it seems like the stereotypes are kind of accurate. And it would be sad to live in a world of just liberals. Just that, I don't know. So, it led me to ask, what is it? If it's not like your education, or anything like that, like, what is it that Republicans, the essence of a Republican, right? And I gotta say, what came to mind was just like, they're the farmers. They're the guys that do the work. They're the guys that don't sit around with a notepad and figure out logistics. They're the guys that get the thing there, right? Now, again, I know that that's not strictly the definition of a Republican, but I think that is kind of the essence, like that get her done factor that is kind of at the heart of, at least around here, how I grew up. So, anyway, I was thinking, like, okay, so you don't want to actually have, like, the ignorance part of it, but is that kind of a necessity? I mean, I think you can still be well-educated, well-informed, and, understand how to get things done, understand how things actually work. I guess it's, street smarts versus book smarts, as you might say. And we need those street smarts, right? But I climbed too fast. My brain is not functioning properly. This way you can get into the mind of a Republican. Okay, all right. laugh about it all you want, but we're laughing at you. Okay. What was I saying? Mind wipe. Oh, yes. I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but screw it. Done with that thought. I came up with this analogy, though. Like, we don't want to live in a country with just Democrats, right? Like, it would be like living in a world, like, let's say your car is having problems, or just talking about cars in general. Cars is the universe. And I'm not some car guy, so don't look down on me for that. You can look down on me for other things. Beautiful flowers. Okay, flower guy. Anyway, so the world revolves around cars. A Democrat is like a mechanic. They understand how the car works. Whereas a Republican is the guy that drives the car. You know, they know how it should feel, what it can do, but they don't know how to fix it, right? So I think that is just, I don't know, I feel like it's a pretty good analogy, because not everybody needs to know how to run a car or how to fix a car. Not everybody needs to know how to drive a car. Right? So with politics, though, it's like it's like you got the whole country lined up around the hood of this car that is not just sitting in one place ready to be worked on, it is barreling down the road. And you got people who drive cars being like, nah, man, I had them sprockets right there go out on me before. We gotta fix that. And then you have people who actually know, like, what to fix, but the car is running. Anyway, we're stretching the analogy here a little bit, but the point is, where do they come from? Where do they go? Somebody at the parking lot down there. Good. There's only 2 other cars. Chances I'll walk into somebody while talking about Republicans in a bad way is diminishing. That's good. You don't want to get stranded on the mountain and piss off a Republican. All right, well, I could call it here. 10 minutes of this first pass. It's hard work. Trying to talk about something and climb a mountain. And I'm only like a 6th of the way there. So, anything you want to add, Taylor? Well, just to summarize that, yes, there's something, oh, they're way up there. We're good, we got a second. We gotta wrap it up before then. Let's go. Something admirable about the get her done people, the people who knows how things work because they work with them, you know? But obviously, that doesn't mean you're a mechanic just because you've driven a car, right? So that's kind of the big problem I see. And what I would love to see is all these Republicans around me to, I don't know, just admit that they don't know how a car works and they thought it was the sprocket and they ended up screwing up the whole car. And to be like, okay, I'm willing to listen. You know, we welcome you with open arms. If you're ready to switch sides and stop pretending you know what's going on. I mean, I pretend that I know what's going on, but I'm allowed to. I'm on YouTube. All right, let's get out of here.